Hey there, my name is Shallon. I'm your Northwoods Flipper, and I'm back today with 2 weeks of updates on the eBay store. Last week was just too crazy. I knew it was going to be a busy week, and then it turned out to be more busy than I was anticipating, so there just wasn't time to record and upload a video, so I'm here today with 2 weeks. Turns out that was okay. It was mostly uneventful for the past 2 weeks. Not a lot for excitement, I guess. Pretty basic everything. So if you're stopping back, thank you for continuing to watch. I would appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you're new here, welcome. I hope I can help you with your eBay adventure, or help you understand eBay a little better if you're lost. I don't know, we can learn together. Either way. Let's get right into it. Week 17. Week 17, I did not have a lot of time to commit to listing, interacting, selling on eBay, and it shows in week 18. So, week 17 wasn't too terrible. I did run a 5% off sale in my store in hopes that would keep my items in front of buyers' eyes while I was unable to add new listings as much as I wanted to, which we all suspect wakes up your algorithm and gets your store seen. I don't know. Ran the sale, got some sales. Obviously everything that sold was at 5% off. Don't know if that's why it sold. I don't know how to tell. But either way, we did okay for week 17. I had $441.88 in gross sales. I was left with $266.13 in net sales. Out of that, my cost of goods were $24.60. So that left me with a net taxable income of $241.53, or profits, if you will. $241.53. I sold 11 items, again with the 5% off for all of those items. I don't know if that was a factor or not. I did manage 47 new listings in my store. Part of that was I hit it heavy in the beginning of the week because I knew the end of the week was going to be a little more chaotic and offer less opportunity. Part of that also was at the end of the week, I got called in to work at the school, and I ended up working there for over the week 18 as well, due to a medical condition that still is unresolved, so I may be back again this coming week. All in all, I ended week 17 with 337 active listings and 381 total items available for sale. I would have liked that number to be up past 400, so about 350 in active listings and over 400 total items. I didn't quite make that benchmark, but it's okay. I didn't have a lot of expectations for week 17 anyways, so all in all, week 17 wasn't terrible. Profits to $241.53 on 11 items. I'm not going to complain about that. Now let's get into week 18. Week 18 was terrible. So bad. By far the worst week yet. I do believe there is residual effects with your interaction with eBay. So if you don't interact very much on one week, the following week you're going to see that results, and possibly into the next week after that. Week 18 kind of solidifies that thought for me, because week 17 was not what I'm used to prior to that, and on top of that, I didn't have a lot of time to commit anyways because I was working at the school every day. So for week 18, no sales running in my store, just my items listed and a chaotic personal life and minimal hours available to commit to eBay. I had $291.60 in gross sales. Out of that, I have a net sales total of $89.32. That's harsh. That's my profits and my cost of goods for all of week 18, $89.32. My cost of goods were $42. Those Amazon return items, I sold some of them, so thankful for that, but their buy cost is $9. So $42 in a cost of goods. I'm getting $47.23 back in my pocket for my efforts last week, and that sucks. That sucks so bad. I did manage 14 listings. I don't think that's terrible for the amount of time that I had. I get up in the morning, get the kids ready, off to school. I do drive them into school because I'm still not confident that the bus is a safe place to be with no mask mandates and COVID. And I have a highly susceptible to every disease, not just COVID parent that lives right on the other side of my driveway, and we like to spend time with them. So we are being overcautious so we can still spend time with them. Therefore, the bus is out. So I gotta drop the kids off at school. I come home, I have an hour before I have to leave so I can go and work in the kitchen. And in that hour's time, I gotta try and get listings on eBay. That's my time, that hour. Oh, and I have to pack anything I have to ship also. So I have to get all this done within an hour. So what I managed, on the first day of week 18, I got a bunch of things pictured. I only had, I think, 3 items that needed shipping, and they were super easy to do. You know, so I got that out of the way right away and took a bunch of pictures. Shoes. I focused on shoes. I have recently been cleaning and prepping a bunch of shoes so I can get these shoes listed. So I had them ready to go, just needed pictures. Thankfully, it was a decent weather day. There was no rain. It wasn't sunny, but it wasn't rainy, so I could just step outside, use the porch, take a bunch of pictures, and move on. So I got the pictures done, went to work. When I left work, I always have to go to the post office. My pickup options are sketchy at best. They show up about 50% of the time and actually do the pickup. The other times they don't. And when they do the pickup, it's rare they actually scan the packages. So I go out of my way to go to a post office that actually will scan the packages when they're dropped off. I personally feel that that's necessary to keep my account in good standings when it comes to good shipping, you know, shipping on time. I don't know if an unscanned package will count against me or not, so I'm not going to take that chance. So I do that after school, or after working at the school, and by the time I get to the post office, do my drop off, it's basically time to pick the kids up again. Go back to the school, pick the kids up, and then we come home, and I have maybe a half an hour, maybe an hour, depends on what's for dinner, between them getting home and having to start cooking dinner. In that time, that's when I'll take my pictures and get a couple of listings up. I strived for 2 a day. I did manage 2 a day minimum. A couple of days I got a few extras in before it was time to start making dinner. And as a result, I got 14 items listed. 14 pairs of shoes listed last week. So I now have a total of 345 items in my store and 397 total items available. So close to that 400 item mark. So close. It'll happen this coming week. I have a plan. We're going to talk about that. So, week 18 totals in recap. $291.60 in sales. $47.32 profits in my pocket. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. We cannot let this happen again. This is not how we reach our goal for the year. This is not how we prove that eBay can be a supplemental income in this family. It's not going to happen. So, a couple of things to highlight for the last 2 weeks. I did get a return request like the last day of week 17, and this was a big one. It was a high-end moisturizing cream that I sold. It was brand new, open box, because the outside box, not the container itself, was missing its saran wrap. And then by association, the paperwork that comes with it and this little spatula thing, they were missing. The cream itself was brand new. I sold this item back in March, early March, $290. The buyer was all in at $290. They had it for 3 weeks and they're now claiming that it is defective and not as described. They are claiming I sold it as used and close to expiration. I didn't do that. My listing said new open box, which it was. My listing had the batch date, which you can utilize to verify authenticity and manufacturing. I listed the manufacturing date, which gives you, do some math, your expiration date, however long it is, it wasn't close to expiring. Either way. So she did this return request after 3 weeks. In turn, eBay put a hold on my account for $290 until this return is resolved. I called them because I don't know what to do. I've not had a return request before, and I've especially not had a new HBA product go out that is now wanting to be returned as used. I don't know how that works. So I called them and I talked to them, and basically I was told, leave it alone, report the buyer for misuse of the money back guarantee that eBay offers, and then call us again on Saturday. So I did that. Well, by the time I called them on Saturday, this buyer had already made contact, I believe, and eBay had already decided they were going to let them return the product. So then my question, what do I do? Why am I required to take back this used HBA product that was sent out new that I obviously can't resell for the same value because now it's used, if I can even resell it used? There's so many parts of HBA on eBay that can't be sold as used. They have to be new. So now what do I do? And basically I was told, wait and see. The buyer has until April 20th to return the item. And I don't know if that's in my possession by April 20th or show accepted with tracking by April 20th of this item. If they do return it and I get it back, then I can contact eBay and notify them that it is not in the same condition that I've shipped it out to them in, which we all, me, myself, eBay, the buyer, everybody knows already because she said so in the messages. She said so in the return request that she used it. So now I have to do all the extra legwork later and hope eBay will decide that this was an invalid return on the buyer's part and I am not financially responsible for it. Otherwise, I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day. If I have to do the return, fine. But kind of a bunch of BS that I have a brand new product that can be contaminated by trying it, using it, and then it can be returned and I'm still responsible for that. So potentially I lose out on the use of the item because I am certainly not going to keep it for myself and use it. That's just gross. And we're not talking like a squeeze bottle. We're talking a tube with an open top and you got to scoop in there to get out what you want. Who knows what's on these hands, right? Not saying they're filthy people, but who knows? Yeah, so I might be out the product. I am definitely going to be out. If I am out the product, I am definitely going to be out shipping both ways. Sale of the product. I can't resell the product. So this $290 lotion is going to cost me a lot of money. It's going to be a pretty significant loss if eBay decides in favor of the buyer. On top of that, I now get a black mark on my store for having a return that I could not resolve without eBay stepping in. That's worst case scenario. Is it the end of the world? No. Does it suck? Absolutely. Like, come on. Either way, so best case scenario, it comes back. I prove to them, yes, it has in fact been used like she claims, and they decide that this is not a legit return. I don't have to pay her purchase price. I don't know. Do I resend the item to her? Does eBay reimburse her? Because I highly doubt they're going to let her as a buyer be out both this product and the money also. So that's just, I don't know. I have no idea where this is going to end up. I hope for resolution by the week 19 video. Probably not, being that they have until the 20th, and I assume it's the 20th to get tracking moving on this item. I probably won't have resolution by then, but if I do, we'll definitely keep you guys up to date. Share the process. I mean, like I said, I've never been through this process before. I've watched other YouTubers and they're like, just take the return and move on. But they're talking $20 action figures, a $15 hat. Yeah, all day. Fine, I'll take the return. But this is different, in my opinion. This is a different kind of a world for a return to be guaranteed by eBay, especially in this scenario. So we'll see what they decide. We'll see how it goes, and we'll see if it affects us in a good way or a bad way or what. I don't know. So the next thing I want to talk about then is, how do we recover from week 17 and week 18? I thought week 16 was tough. This is by far worse. So how do we recover? Like I said before, I had to go and work at the school. I'm anticipating that's going to be the case again this week. Last I had heard, there hasn't been an update on this person's condition. So I'm not sure if they're going to allow her back into the school or not. I'm not sure if she's going to be able to work or not. She's physically in pain. So we'll see. If I have to work at the school again and I get my hour and a half-ish a day available for eBay because this kitchen assistant is my priority, what am I going to do to prevent another week 18? I don't want to have another 14 new listings added in my store. I want to hit at least 25. 50 would be better, and if I can go beyond that, what a great week that is, right? So what am I going to do? First and foremost, I am dedicating this weekend to getting pictures of my death pile items, as many as I can. If I can get all of these pictures taken, and I have quite the death pile still. I've got most of the Amazon palette left. I've still got about a third of the e-waste palette left, and I've still got quite a bit of thrift store purchases to work with. So there's a lot to work with. It's just a matter of doing it. And the biggest reason I drag my feet with doing it so quickly is photographs. I have to set up one way for clothing, I have to set up another way for shoes, and a different way for plush. And then I have these big things like, where am I going to take a good picture of that? We live out in the country. Everything is dirty and ugly, especially right now when we can't decide if we're going to rain or snow every day. So what do I do? My house is dark. My house has dark paneling everywhere. Doesn't matter how many lights I turn on, it's still dark. So what do I do? I'm going to figure that out this weekend. That is my #1 goal for the weekend. We don't have anything else planned otherwise. So that's my commitment to this weekend. I'm hoping by the end of the weekend, I will have at least 25, preferably closer to 50 items, 100% photographed and ready to go. Which then means in my hour in the morning, I can do my shipping, which, as we have seen, won't be very much. And then I can get listings up. And in my half hour to an hour after school, before cooking dinner, I can just get more listings up. And hopefully adding new listings will revive my store, will reaffirm confidence from eBay, will get my items seen. We'll go from there and we'll see what happens. I do anticipate week 19 is going to be slow in sales because week 18 was abysmal in interaction. I just didn't do enough. So we might not see the residual effects of this effort for 2 weeks. And that's okay. That's okay. As long as we can find some forward progress somewhere, I'm okay with it. Lastly, I am going to put another sale on my store. I don't know if it helped or not. I don't know if the sale matters, but I'm going to try again. So I'm going to do anything that's been there less than a month, 5% off, and anything that's been there more than a month is going to be 10% off. I don't want to offer big significant sales because I'm not that desperate. I'm not reliant on this income right now, so I don't need to make up necessarily where I've fallen behind yet. If this was my full-time job, my full-time income, this is what paid the bills, and April's looking the way it's looking right now, I would definitely consider far steeper discounts just to get things moving and recoup at minimum my cost of goods with a little bit of profits. I'm not in that position right now, so I'm not going to go that drastic yet. So all in all, weeks 17 and 18 were good examples of what happens when you don't give eBay a lot of love and you don't force yourself to work harder to meet your goals. We're going to try a lot of things to re-energize our store, get people coming back again. One thing I can say, the 5% off sale definitely brought in a lot of eyes, but I don't know that it played a factor in sales. Because I do every day, I still go in and I will send offers to watchers. Usually it's a 5% discount, especially with the 5% already off, then that's giving them a 10% discount. And I had a lot more offers to send in this last week, but I don't know that that sale resulted in the 11 and 8 items, well, 11 items that sold during week 17. So we'll see. We'll try again. I know for a fact week 18 did not give eBay the love that they want to see, so maybe having the sale this coming week will result in more sales than last week had, and that will solidify my thoughts that the sales are worth it. I just don't know. That's all I got today. Thank you for watching. Please hit the subscribe button if you'd like to see more updates on how the store's going. Find the resolution for this moisturizing cream when it happens. I really appreciate it, and I will see you next time. Bye.